5 a.m. There is Sherman. Should be a fun morning. I already got off trail by accident. I believe we're going up there. Still a bit of a push. A couple 100 feet left. Take this last part slow. Get to the summit, enjoy it. These are wonderful. So it is 5 a.m. Real slow going this morning. I really didn't want to get up. I think Sherman's a hard one to get excited for because it's not a very exciting 14er. It's a really short hike elevation wise and mileage. It's 5 miles, 2,000 feet of vert. So it's one of the smaller hikes to actually summit a 14er. Not to my knowledge there's any challenge about it, I think, other than just the altitude and, you know, maybe some loose rock here and there, but I think it's a pretty straightforward, relatively easy hike. So I'm getting up just to bang it out really and just have it done so I never need to do it again. I'm not feeling very motivated or anything like that. I'm tired, don't want to drive 2 hours, but I'm just gonna do it just to be done with it, get a little workout in, and then yeah, this will be number 19, so it's cool, almost a 20. It's exciting. Long drive ahead, and then probably start around 7 a.m. and I'm just gonna try to basically run up Sherman as quick as I can. I'm sure I'll be able to do it in about 2 or 3 hours total, so it should be a fun morning. There is Sherman, looking like a big hill. So far I'd say the road is not too bad. I think most two-wheel drive cars can make it. It's just really annoying. It's just like bumpy. I think it's a pretty fine road compared to other Colorado dirt roads to 14ers, but it's just annoying that it's 12 miles long. So the last mile and a half, 2 miles on the road is a bit rough. I think you can still make it with two-wheel drive. I don't think you necessarily need high clearance, but it'll be really slow going and it's gonna be really bumpy. It can't hurt to just park a mile earlier and just add a couple miles to the hike because you're just walking on dirt road, so it's really not that bad. Starting the hike around 7 a.m. It's usually pretty late for me, but it's just such a quick peak. Only being 5 miles, not too worried. The weather is gonna be pretty great this morning. Should be a pretty easy day. So this is the final parking for the gate right here. You can see most of the cars are high clearance. Yeah, you do have like some all-wheel drive cars, but you're not seeing any campers up here, so something to just take note of. So the trail is just gonna go kind of around here, up onto the ridgeline, and then the top is around this corner. So you follow the service road for about a mile, and then it kind of splits off onto more of a trail. And from here it's just a couple switchbacks and then a ridgeline, so really not too bad. We'll be traversing right through there. It's gonna be a little rocky, a little loose rock, but it's a pretty defined trail, so it's okay. Then you go along the ridge, and you can see the hump just behind, right up there. That's Sherman. So I already got off trail by accident because I was just following other people and not checking my GPS in the trail from All Trails, and that's a mistake. You should never really rely on other people to follow a trail. You should have your GPS and have it mapped out properly. So I probably just added 0.2 of miles, not a big deal, but it can always go pretty badly if you're on, you know, sketchier terrain. It's pretty easy to get cliffed out or to get into a place where you kind of get stuck. I've been there before and it's not fun, let me tell you. So you can see the road is ending. There are the switchbacks to the ridgeline, and then you just walk across the ridgeline to the summit over there, and then you come back. Super mellow, really beautiful. Got a good weather day, so yeah, it's nice out here. There are a couple small snow patches to cross. I have micro spikes with me just in case. I have a good friend who fell on one of these snow patches on Sherman and got pretty injured, so I brought them just in case. I don't think I will need them. I don't need them on most of the snow that I've been crossing so far, but never a bad idea to have them just for safety reasons. You really don't want to slip, fall on this shit. Just a little bit of snow, you can see, not much exposure, but good to have for sure. There are a lot of these little kind of forks, and the trail is still obvious, but keep an eye on your GPS on all trails, because you could easily think this is the trail, and in reality it's this way. So keep your eye on the GPS on all trails and look out for cairns, which is right there. I believe we're going up there, so still a bit of a push. And so the ridgeline begins. You get some exposure here, but this is real nice maintained trail, and there's no exposure on the trail. It's just, you know, loose rock, but the trail is well defined and it's not very steep. It's pretty gradual, so nothing really to worry about. So I just got off trail again for the second time. I just wasn't following all trails maps, and I was just going where I thought was the route. And yeah, I guess everything kind of looks the same out here. It's just all loose rock everywhere, so it is pretty easy to get off trail. So just have the all trails map downloaded and you'll be fine. On the ridgeline, a couple hundred feet left, still pretty gradual. It's probably the steepest part right here, and it's really not that bad. This is where you're gonna get some exposure. Ridgeline to the top, you can see the people up there, but still a nice maintained trail, but there is exposure on both sides, so take this last part slow, get to the summit, enjoy it. After this part down, it's just cruising. So I packed my bag with like 40 pounds of camera gear just to do this as a training for some harder mountains. So unnecessary. Brought all my lenses, my tripod, 2 liters of water. I mean, I just overdid it, and I could have probably run up this pretty quickly without this much weight. I'm really not gonna take any photos because I'm just trying to get up and down and make this really quick mission. That's fun. But yeah, these are wonderful. You might have seen videos or footage of this part. This is where it kind of is gonna get a little sketchy for some people who aren't comfortable in this terrain. Still a solid path, but you're gonna have just exposure and you have loose rock. So take this part slow. See, the trail is still really wide, so nothing to worry about. But yeah, if you don't like heights, this might scare you a bit. Traversing this part, just flat to the summit over here. Basically on the summit now, just the final 100 yards traverse. Took me about an hour and a half. I think on average it'll take people, you know, maybe two hours, because it is pretty steep. But it's a nice little day hike, pretty accessible. 2-hour drive from Denver. It's a good one. Number 19, celebratory sandwich. Number 19. Really fucking easy. At the summit of Sherman, took me about an hour and a half. Little party at the top here. It's a pretty popular peak, so you're gonna see people for sure almost every day up here. Views are nice. I wouldn't say it's some of the best views I've seen on top of a 14er, but it's nice. It's always nice on top of 14ers. But yeah, probably only spent, you know, a couple minutes on the summit. I gotta get back and get some fucking work done, so kind of just a mission for me today. I'm gonna go over to the far ridge and take one more time lapse, and then probably put the camera away and just book it down, book it out, go find some place in Fairplay to get a breakfast burrito. Yeah, but all in all, great day. Super easy, super doable for anyone. I might even go as far as saying kind of boring. But no, good day. Always a good day when you're in the mountains. Never take it for granted. This is the hardest part, going down. It's really not bad, but a little steep and a little loose, so take your time. Watch where your footing is. Just go slow. It's not bad if you're stepping on the right rocks, but there are places and loose rocks that you can slip on and yeah, get hurt probably, so take your time on this ridge. It's cool, have fun on it, enjoy the views. So the trail is quite confusing. I got off route a bunch. Really follow your all trails. You kind of go to the right here and then it takes you in a huge loop around. It's super inefficient, but then you go up on this little hump here and then you have to go back around and then up. I mean, I got off route, I was off the trail a little bit, but it's super easy to just look at All Trails map and find your way back. All Trails map is really accurate for Sherman. Don't just follow other people like I was doing, because all the other people don't know where they're going either. They're just following the trails and the trails just split off. There's trails all through these mountains, so they just split off without telling you, and it's not like you're really gonna get cliffed out, but you're just gonna go the wrong way and have to, you know, backtrack a bunch, which is just a little annoying. Definitely follow the trail, follow the map on all trails. Don't just follow everyone else, because no one else really knows where they're going. Back at the cars, took me about under 3 hours, like 2 hours 45 minutes maybe. Started like 7:15, it's like 9:45 now, so maybe 2.5 hours. I mean, I was moving pretty quickly, so you know, if you're gonna do this, give yourself 3 to 5 hours is a good range. You know, that way you can kind of take your time. I only spent 2 minutes at the summit, so, and I ran down. Overall, it's probably one of my least favorite 14ers I've done. Pretty boring, it's not challenging. Scenery is nice, but a lot of the 14ers I've done in the past just are incredibly beautiful. So I wouldn't highly recommend Sherman, but if you're just getting started and you want to kind of acclimate, then yeah, it's a good 14er to get your toes wet. But yeah, going to drive out this dirt road, which sucks. Hopefully find a burrito somewhere in a nearby town, and then back to Denver to get some work done. It's a good morning. For reference, looks like all cars can make it up here. If this little guy made it. All the other cars are relatively high clearance. Mine's mid clearance, but made it up with ease. Back in the car. Yeah, it took me about 2 hours 45 minutes, 2.5 hours. Easy, not very fun. Yeah, it's a good little mission to get my 19th 14er. Now it's time for a big ass burrito. If you guys are enjoying these videos, it would really mean a lot to me if you could subscribe. I'm gonna be posting as many as I can and as often as I can through all the adventures I'll be doing. Like and comment if you can, and you know, want to see something else. Means the world. So thank you for watching.